Hi Scrubs, I hope you're well. So this video has been massively requested, so I'm going to be covering 4 main topics: how to get free passes, then I'll be talking about how to buy them, how to save passes, and lastly things to avoid. So I hope you enjoyed the video. The Loyal Players Pass can be accessed from the passes page, so once you've clicked that, click on free. And down here we have the Loyal Players Pass. You can get 1 pass for free by successfully completing a mini game that becomes available each time the meter reaches 300 points. The meter progresses once per day at the time of the daily update, depending on what you did in game throughout the day, up to a limit of 10 points per day. So you can get this Loyal Players Pass every 30 days. Nobody knows exactly what contributes to it, but we know that logging in and taking care of horses and that does help. So if we click on get, so picking out hooves, pick out one of the horses' hooves. So you get a different mini game each time. So you do have to complete it within the given period of time. You can't fail it and then repeat and try it again. So there we go, congratulations, you got 1 pass. So you can see that it's reset to 0 out of 300 and I'll have to wait and be active on the game in order to get my next pass. So the next one is selling horses. So you can sell horses for passes in the reserved and direct sales on Howrse. You can also sell them in the auctions if, of course, you are a Pegasus account holder or a VIP account holder. You can't do that if you don't have either of those subscriptions. So, in terms of what horses sell for passes, I can't tell you that exactly. I typically find that Skillers, Unicorns, and maybe rare GA codes will sell, but it very much depends on the server that you're on and the demand for different types of horses. Pass horses. So pass horses are horses that are at least 30 years old and they are mortal, therefore they will die. So basically what you want to do is when you've got a 30-year-old horse, you just want to send it to heaven. So if I'm just going to use all of its energy here, I'm going to age it once. I'm going to keep doing this. And there you see it. Your pass horse was very old and died at the age of 30 years and 2 months. So basically what we do is we send it to heaven, and that has now given us a pass. So you can see that from the office here. So one of your old horses has died on your account and your account has been credited with 1 pass to continue the game. Now there are rules to this. You can win passes by sending horses that are older than 30 to heaven according to the following rules. You get 1 pass for each horse you send to heaven when they're over 30 years old if you have received less than 10 passes this month using this system. You have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a pass if you have got between 10 and 29 passes this month using this system. The rest of the time, if you didn't get a pass, you'll receive a bonus product. It's usually a BM item. You will win nothing further if you've already received 30 passes this month using that system, so it is a limited system. Some promotions will allow you to win passes. This includes the lottery. The lottery usually takes place during the Great Challenge. In some cases it will allow players to win 5 passes. It is obviously completely randomized, so there's no guarantee with it. Memory Game is the current one going on and it doesn't offer this, but there are sometimes very limited promos that do allow passes as prizes. So you can invite players to play Howrse, and if they sign up using your name, then you can get certain gifts. So you get 2,000 Equus every time you invite somebody and they register, then a Halo's Ray when they complete the tutorial, and if they buy their first pass, then you'll also get a pass. But obviously be aware that if you create accounts for this purpose to cheat, they have a system to detect that, so don't do that. The CROESUS Divine. So the CROESUS Divine has an interesting perk where it produces money instead of droppings. So on the 13th of every month that the site's update, CROESUS will give its owner 1 pass, but only if the owner logged in the day before. If the 13th of the month falls on a Friday, CROESUS will give its owner 2 passes, so every month 1 horse among those named Junior Crosses is turned into a CROESUS, and this horse can be sold. So you can actually buy this Divine. But if you don't want to buy the Divine, then all you need to do is go to one of your horses, click on Edit Profile, and then paste in the name Junior CROESUS and confirm that, and that will give you the potential chance of having one of your horses turn into that Divine. The chances of it happening, I don't know. I've never had one turn into it, but you could be really lucky, who knows. pass seeds. So pass seeds are quite a rare item that sometimes appears in the shop, and you can plant them into your meadows to grow a pass. So pass seeds are very rare. There's only one producer on the planet. For the time being, he's out of seeds. Pass seeds are grown on large meadows exclusively using manure fertilizer. As with any crop grown on large meadows, this means you will need at least 25 pass seeds. The growth time is 30 days, and you will harvest one single pass from that. For some of you, you'll be able to access certain offers for passes. Now make sure that you click on the right one, because there are two types. There are the ones that earn you passes, and they're the ones that just earn you equus. So you'll just be concerned with the ones that are here. Now for some people these don't show up. I can't say whether it's based on country or possibly age, but basically to take advantage of these, click on fiber, and obviously make sure that your ad block isn't on, because otherwise it won't show up at all. There's all different kinds, so there's free, there's surveys, there's shopping ones, so in some cases you'll actually have to buy something with a valid credit card. Some of these I have found I have gotten nothing from. For example, I have spent 40 minutes filling out a survey to then be told I am not suitable for the survey, and therefore they just don't give me anything. So it is very, very hit and miss, and I can't say that it's going to genuinely always give you them. Sometimes you'll be lucky and you will, because there was one time I filled out a survey and got 6 passes. There's been other times where I filled out several surveys and got nothing, so just be aware of that. So I'm just going to mention diamonds, because in some cases diamonds can be used in place of passes, for example for black market items, for hiring employees and agent points. So if you have any diamond giving divines, I've got one here, Sapphire. So Sapphire is a precious horse. Each time he wakes up he asks you to come and join him on another player's page. If you follow the instructions, Sapphire will give you 1 diamond every time its age in months is an even number, and 1000 equus if it's an odd number. So it's asking me to visit this player's page, and as you can see, whenever I visited that player's page I was given a diamond. So I've talked about how to get passes for free. I'm now going to be talking about buying them. So in order to buy passes, you click on the passes here at the top and it takes you to the passes page. So there's a variety of different ways you can purchase, and if you have never bought a pass before, you will actually get 1 free with your first purchase. Now in order to select a payment option, you need to select on one of the pass offers, and it will depend on your country what is available, and also the amount of passes you're buying, so be aware of that. So pass UFOs are UFOs that hop around the page, and when you click on them you're able to get an offer which allows you extra free passes whenever you purchase them. So this one's a +5, so this gives you access to a special offer. If you purchase a pack of 10, 20, 30 or 100 passes within an hour, you'll get 5 free passes on top of that. So once you've caught the pass UFO, you then click on take advantage. There's a couple of different ones. There's +1, 2, 5 and 10 I believe. I don't think there's a +20. I haven't seen one in a long time. So once you've clicked on take advantage, then you can see on the passes page which your UFO applies to, and these pass UFO offers have to be used up within a limited period of time, so make sure you use it before it ends. So I've talked about how to get passes for free, how to buy them. I'm now just going to briefly talk about saving them. So most people when they get a pass tend to just immediately go and spend it, and what you want to do instead is to invest that pass in something that's going to actually pay you back. So if you spend 1 pass, you want to at least make 2 passes back. This is going to vary from server to server. I can't tell you what's going to work on everything, but look for the people that tend to spend passes and see what sort of horses they're looking to buy, because that is where you're going to have that opportunity. Now, if you're going to buy divines, for example, and spend money on promotions, then make sure that you spend your passes on divines that are worthwhile, whether they have worthwhile perks or BM items that are going to pay you back. So the last thing I'm going to mention is scams, or things that can get you into bother on a horse. So these are things I do not advise. So you're not allowed to sell black market items for passes. You're not allowed to offer services for passes, for example blopping for somebody for passes or caring for their horses. You can't run competitions with passes as prizes. You also cannot kill off pass horses for other players. There's still people that do these things, but you run the risk obviously of getting caught, and if you get caught then you could lose your entire game. The last thing I'm going to mention is pass hacks and cheats. There's a lot of videos out there showing these pass hacks and so forth that give you hundreds of passes and equus and all that sort of thing, and they are trying to get your details. Whether they outright ask for your login and your password or for something else. They are not genuine. You really run a really serious risk using them, and I do not in any way advise them. I have seen ones who actually use big player names on them to try and pretend that they use them. They're trying to lure you in with false information. If you actually look at a lot of these sites, you'll actually see that a lot of it's auto-generated text. So be very, very aware. A lot of these websites that have these chat boxes as well on them, that they're false. They are auto-generated. They're not real players or people. Anyway, Scrubs, thank you to everybody who re-requested this. There was so many of you guys. I'm not even going to start mentioning your names, but you know who you are. I hope you had a lovely day, Scrubs. Bye!